Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 1st of May. Can you believe it? The year's almost over.
Time flies. Oh, well, I don't know if I'd say it's all.
You do financial year.
Yeah, well, that's true. You do have a propensity to exaggerate a little bit there, Phil. Plenty of year left, but it is already May, which is like halfway. It's almost halfway because June is like,
30th of June is the halfway point.
There you go.
1st of May means better get your roller skates on, Gary, to achieve the things that you committed to achieving on the 1st of January, like losing that 35 kilos.
Phil, look, I just wouldn't be the man I am now if I did that. I wouldn't want to show you up. Phil, it's all happening in the real estate market. We've had a damn good weekend. How good has it been?
Well,
put up the towers.
Do you know
Come
what?
on.
Those towers have been a little bit absent, I think, over the last couple of weeks.
We must have forgotten about them,
Phil. Known, so let's put those towers up. 90% clearance. I was about to say 89. I think it was 89.7%
or something. Yeah.
We round that up to almost 100% at 90% against the industry average of 65%,
which is probably a bit less because stuff doesn't get reported. But how about that, Phil? Like,
do you know
wow.
The weekend had real bounce in it.
It had some bounce, it had some buzz.
I've got to tell you, viewers, over the last month or so, it's been a bit challenging, hasn't it, Gary?
Well,
a bit challenging.
A little bit more so than it was. It was coming to us a lot easier last year, wasn't it, in terms of sales and buyers? But plenty of deals came together and plenty of competitive auctions.
Do you know what I think? I think that's the most exciting thing from the last weekend.
Out there.
Forget the 90% clearance rate, although let's say it again, 90% clearance rate. But there was multiple bidders on so many things, and that's I think that's the most exciting part.
Sure is, Phil.
You've got 2, 3 or even 4 bidders on things. It means that you're not only going to get a very satisfactory outcome, but it means we've got buyers for other things.
So vendors can still have their way, Phil, but buyers can still get opportunities as well. Is that a mixed message, or is there some sense in that?
That's a very mixed message, but I think the reality is that if a property is well priced, Gary, and well exposed, then buyers will come out, and if the reserve is sensible, then buyers are reacting positively. How's that?
Oh, I reckon that's not bad. I'll give you a B-, which is more you ever got in school. Phil, let's talk about not only where we are now, but what happened on the weekend. We had some great auctions. We were down in Bentley on Saturday morning. We shot GPTV there last week. So I came on down. I got a little bit late to get to the auction. Not that I needed to be there on time because, you know, you had
it would have been nice if you'd been there on time.
But you did.
Let's be very clear. It's not like you were coming from anything other than perhaps
the card game. The card game. Friday night card game. But look, it was nice that you let me come late and just really didn't say much about it at all. Like, not at all. Like, could have gone on more about it. But anyway, it was good to be there, Phil. Good to see that competitive auction. A GPTV featured property sold for, Philip, $1,403,000, so far above its reserve of 1.2. What's going on with our Bentley crew?
Well, firstly, a shout out to the vendors of that lovely property.
Yes.
They were the first people to sign on with us with our new Bentley office.
Yeah, they were.
And we will always remember you. And if there's anything we can ever do for you at any time for the rest of your lives, please give us a call, because we have a very, very sentimental feeling for the people that entrusted us first.
And
so
a lot of
shout out to the Bricker crew, shout out to the Goose and Fitter crew, and shout out to our Bentley crew. And thanks again to the vendors. And really just lovely. First of all, they're a lovely couple.
They are,
and secondly, just so nice to get them an amazing result.
Talk about the Bricker crew. I caught up with the Bricker crew in Horn Street.
This is the Glen Bricker crew, not the bricklaying crew, just so that we're established.
Could you call the Glen Bricker? Could you call the Glen Bricker crew brickies? Maybe we should call them that, the team. What do you think?
Bricksters.
The Bricksters. So off I went to Horn Street, Philip. I did park in that interesting spot right outside that exciting establishment.
Yes, Gary. That would be the Daily Planet that you parked out. And just for the
don't say anything stupid and
just for the record, viewers,
it's
not the first time this car's been seen outside the Daily Planet, because we do quite a bit of business in that little pocket of Elstonwy.
That's just nonsense. Anyway, look, the worst thing is if you park outside, there's people waving at the window saying, "Hi, good to see you again." That didn't happen, Phil. I just want to say that. But I did go up the road to Horn Street. A wonderful apartment, Philip.
I mean, you've got to laugh about the Daily Planet.
You know what? Horn Street, I know. How about that, eh? I wonder whether they... What go first? I wonder... Even that's probably an inappropriate line.
Viewers, I'm going to take you back in time to about
don't do this.
No, to about 1977.
Yeah, 14 years old.
76. When Gary and we started to come together as very good friends, and
this is a sad but true story.
Staying at Gary's house.
We're not going to win any clients with this story, or probably keep any.
Gordon Street, Elstonwick, and as 13-year-old boys or 14-year-old boys, we used to delight in walking past the Daily Planet and pressing the doorbell and then doing a runner.
That was our thrill for the week, wasn't it? Thankfully, we didn't get knocked off by any mafia hitman that were protecting the place. But that wasn't the only one, because there was one in Glen Ira Road as well. There's a few of those establishments of ill repute.
Elstonwick has certainly gone on to a much higher sense of I'm trying to think of the word.
Communal esteem. Esteem, yeah. Anyway, let's get back to Horn Street, Phil, because it all happened there. In Horn Street, we had this apartment with a beautiful view, and Glenn said, you know, I think we're going to have a good auction there. We thought we might get somewhere around in that sort of mid-fives, maybe, low to mid-fives. Reserve was at the top of the range at 570, sold for 640,000.
I just know that Tuesday afternoon, after GPTV comes out, I'm going to get a call from my father to say, Philip, Gary, you've descended back into silly schoolboy humour. But
well, there you go.
You know, Dad.
Listen, he's from Cooter.
It's a bit of nostalgia when we talk about.
Listen, you grew up in Cootamundra. I mean, you can take the boy out of Cootamundra, but you can't take Cootamundra out of the boy, David. So that's a message to your father, which really doesn't make any sense. Again, Philip, Rosalie Street, Caulfield. That was Caulfield South. That sold for $580,000 at auction. Well done to Joel Sir. But I want to talk about some of Sunday's auctions, because Sunday, Phil, we had the broom out because we had a clean sweep on Sunday. 6 out of 6, I think. Or
7 out of 7.
7 out of 7. So there's one before auction, yes. So a very impressive performance, Philip. Some competitive auctions.
Do you know, interesting, on Sunday we were very busy in the $1,600,000 range.
In that pocket.
And it's interesting.
And it's been a bit uncertain there.
Speaking on the phone to a client just this morning, and he was saying, where's the activity in the market? And I was saying, interestingly, that kind of 1.4 to 1.6.
Yeah, 1.5 to 1.8 were 5 of our sales. That
price range has been very, very well received.
It has indeed.
If you are watching this, viewers, and you have a house in the 1.5 to 1.8 price range, I would suggest you call us urgently. In fact, press pause now and ring 95261999.
That's so commercial, isn't it? That's like, you know, I'd expect
if you ring now, we've got
some steak knives. Yeah, I'd expect to hear that at sort of 2 a.m. when I'm watching telly then. You're asleep then, but I'm still watching stuff. Phil, 25 Sidwell Avenue, that was a competitive auction, sold for $1,660,000, well above its range. So congratulations there.
3 bidders there.
Going for it, they were.
No, it was a very competitive auction, but a really good property, I must say.
Absolutely.
It was, a beautiful, beautiful home. Well done to the vendors.
27 Bocara Road, Philip, that was another competitive auction. A block of land, $1,778,000. Now, how about this? First time sold in 90 years. Well, been in the family for 90. Can you believe that? 90 years.
Family should be ashamed of themselves.
How bad are you for real estate agents?
I've got to tell you, real estate agents are thinking, caring, sharing people. We need a commission more than once every 90 years.
I know. Very selfish. Very selfish people. I know. Terribly selfish. What were they thinking, staying there so long? Anyway, great auction. Congratulations to the vendors there. Delightful people as well. Hey, before we go into our auctions this weekend, I mean, I've died and gone to rock and roll heaven.
You have,
I have. I could not be more excited or happy about where I am right now.
Will you take us through it, and then I'm going to bag you for your almost schoolgirl behaviour.
I'm so excited, Phil. Could not be more thrilled to be representing as our vendor the one and only, the best musician in the world, Ross Wilson. Yeah, no, mate, no question about it. Ross Wilson. Now, most people will know exactly who Ross Wilson is. I think 80%. For the 20% of those that don't know and who have been cooped up maybe in a cellar somewhere or have no idea or have come from another country.
Or were born after 1980.
Maybe. Yeah, or the young people. You would know, you could not be in Australia and not know Eagle Rock. And of course, that is the major hit, international hit from
so his top 3
Daddy
songs. His top 3 songs.
Come on. Well, there's Come Back Again, there's Eagle Rock, there's Come Set the Boy, there's, I mean, there's...
So those would be the top 3?
Well, they would be...
Because Ross is going to be watching this.
They would be
get a call from
the
him.
top 3 that would have probably sold. I'd say they would be... I'm not sure what the... But they would be the biggest hits.
Favourite songs?
They are, well, Touch of Paradise, which Johnny Farnham, sung. That was Ross's song,
Yes.
which he originally did.
Yeah.
But of course, I've been the biggest fan.
I think Ross Wilson's the carol king of Australia.
I reckon he is too.
If you haven't seen Beautiful, Ross Wilson is not in Beautiful.
No.
But it's the most extraordinary music.
Why are you redirecting this conversation to Carol?
I think that's
he doesn't want to be compared to Carol King.
Schoolgirl infatuation of Ross Wilson is quite pathetic. Viewers, just so you know,
he's had like 5 decades
of time Ross Wilson plays live, which he does on a regular basis because he still is alive. The reality is, there is you and your lifelong friend Matthew Marinacci standing in the front row. And what is it? You've got a little action where you do
We've
this.
got a bit of a fist pump going on there, Phil.
All I can tell you is I'm sure over the decades, Ross Wilson has looked at you both pitifully, thinking, who are these losers throwing their underwear at me from the front row?
Underwear, Philip. That's not true.
Get off the whole Ross Wilson thing. This is the most incredible house. Ross Wilson's
hang on.
side.
Oh, let's go to the next generation. Let's now talk about the co-owner, because not only is a co-owner Tanya Wilson, which is his beautiful wife, but also Tanya's daughter, their daughter, and she happens to be Olympia Valance.
Right.
Now, Philip, Olympia Valance, of course, on Neighbours, megastar, beautiful lady, magnificent model. I don't know. Absolutely, she's like any young person who knows Olympia.
Starstruck, aren't you?
Well, very exciting. Olympia Valance, big name.
Put the celebrity aside.
All the newspapers have written up about.
Let's focus on the house.
Let's get back to real estate.
The house is completely stunning. It's got this beautiful.
Where are we, by the way?
We're in Bayview Street in Elstone.
And where's the bay, by the way? What is that about Bayview?
Lovely view. If you go up onto the top of this house and climb up onto the chimney pot, you will get the most stunning bay view.
You promise?
I
don't
believe
you
so.
do.
Well, just in case you can't, and if there's somebody here from
lawyers are watching,
Consumer Affairs watching. We actually haven't been up onto the roof, but probably pretty sure you could.
We're
see
in
it.
Bayview Street, Elstree, Street, Philip. Let's just wrap up the house.
Anyway, the most beautiful English house, Gary, on the most fantastic
English house.
Well, it's an
I
English
didn't know
style.
they had.
It's an English style house, Gary.
Tudor English.
It has been given a modern reinterpretation with these beautiful limed floors. It's light and it's bright. It's got the most fantastic floor plan. You feel just terrific.
Stunning
inside.
inside.
You walk in this wide front entrance, but it's that back garden, Gary, that had me at
great
hello
feature,
with that
Phil.
incredible deck.
Yep.
And land is the #1 commodity that you should always invest in. We've got plenty of land here and the most magnificent house. And of course, if you buy this property, I'm pretty sure that we're going to throw in a special session where Ross Wilson will sing his top 3 songs to you and your friends at your house warming.
Well, he hasn't agreed to do that, and he doesn't like trying to be rolled into commitments by the likes of you, Philip Kingston.
Well,
but anyway,
if you buy this house, I'm going to do my very level best to get him to do so.
We actually did come back again at our party, Christmas party at the karaoke. There was no one left, just you and me. It was quite pathetic. I don't know if you remember that.
It was, I do.
Anyway, and let's move on. So this is
got out of hand.
Got crazy.
Starstruck we are.
Anyway, we're in Bayview Street, Elsewhere. Come and have a look at this one. This one goes to auction on Saturday, Philip. Saturday, it's Celebrity Day Saturday because we've got this home, but we've also got Willow Street after that.
Yes.
But I'm going all out of order. Shall we and can we review this weekend's auction?
Let's do we've got a semblance of order.
Philip, we do have 19 auctions this weekend. We are over 9 suburbs, but we're not waiting until the weekend because on Thursday we have an auction. You're going to review it. Before we do, just for those viewers that are still watching, because most of you have already gone by now, and those 2 or 3 to the left, we've got a special offer and feature just in between Saturday and Sunday's auctions. So stay tuned for that one, or fast forward with the what's it called, the streaming. Let's just screaming
no idea what you're talking about.
Let's go, Philip, to Bamber Road coming up on Thursday.
Gary, 188 Bamber Road. This is the most amazing opportunity because we've got an investment or a development opportunity, subject to council approval, of course. 188 Bamber Road. It comprises an older style home being converted into 2 with 4 apartments at the back on 742 square metres of land, returning approximately $91,000 per annum, Gary. So we think that is a standout investment opportunity.
Love that property, Philip. We've got double auction action on Saturday morning. I remember seeing this because the name of the street's there. I remember seeing a print of the Three Stooges, and they had all their faces there, and they talked about their law firm, and it was called Dewey, Cheatham and Howe. And this always, whenever I see Howe Street, I think of Dewey Cheeman Howe, lawyers. Anyway, let's move on. 12 to 14 Howe Street is part of double auction action at 10:30 on Saturday.
Gary,
take us through it.
1,520 square metres of prime land, complete with a planning permit for 10 townhouses in sought-after Murrumbina. Well, that should go off big time, as it should.
It should go off, Phil, like a prawn in the sun. We've got our second auction on Saturday at 10:30. Philip is in Murray Street. I have auction honours of this fine property, meeting Glenn Bricker around the corner from where we are here.
Gary, it's a great home. It's a single-fronted home, but just seems to keep on going. A bit like the TARDIS, that property, because it's much larger than one anticipates. And that is 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and plenty of off-street car parking. A really good, stunning property in what is one of the best streets of Elstonwick.
The TARDIS.
The TARDIS.
What's the TARDIS?
Oh,
what's the TARDIS?
Doctor Who.
Who watches Doctor Who?
Doctor Who. This
Who
is cult following now.
Oh, the TARDIS.
Oh, come on,
and what's
the TARDIS?
What the TARDIS,
TARDIS is like a phone box. It looks like an English phone box, but you go in and there's this massive, massive travelling time machine.
So I've got to stop here because we've got to go back. Okay, now when I grew up, we had four television stations, right? We had 02, 7 and 9, and then SBS came a bit later on. But you, of course, sadly in Cootamundra, only really had Channel 2 and RVM, AMV. Was that what
we really only had one station because whilst there were 2 stations, there was the commercial channel being RVN,
AMV
channel, but then we had the ABC, and my parents would not let us watch
RV and AMV.
We were never allowed to watch the commercial channel.
No, number 96 for you, Phil, was there? So that's why Doctor Who, isn't it? Because that's all you could really watch.
That was your ABC.
That was your highlight of the week. Oh, sad fellow. Philip, let's go into double auction action on Saturday at 11:30 at 11 Orange Grove in East St Kilda. What a great address!
What a stunner! It's just the most magnificent property. 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, plenty of off-street car parking, and that really is just wonderful because it's right next door to the park. You can walk to Carlisle Street, you can walk to Las Chicas and have yourself the most beautiful lunch.
435 Rosstown Road. Take us through it, Phil.
Well, Gary, it's a beautiful 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom with a car space, secure basement garage. This is a great property and we love Rosstown Road because it's walking distance to the vibrant Kunang Road shopping centre and the station and the overpass. Wonderful location.
And that might be Rosstown Road, but this is Rosstown right here because this is Ross's home. It's going to be auctioned at 12:30 on Saturday, 21 Bayview Street. We have wrapped it up and we're looking forward to putting this one to the market.
We are, Gary.
Great looking house and we are going to be rocking.
You've actually said enough about it.
Come back again to this property, Phil. We are at 12:30. Also, we've got 4 auctions at 12:30. Lots happening, Phil.
We do, Gary.
We're going to be Clarence Street, also around the corner. Simon Rodolnik auctions.
What everybody's looking for, a single level villa that's been beautifully renovated throughout. I love that outside decked area. You've got a lock-up garage, 2 bedrooms, a glamorous bathroom, and of course in the heart of Elston, which we love so much.
Absolutely, we sure do. We like to come back again to Elstonwick. So let's rock in Marlborough Street, Phil. We're going to be there next in East Bentley, also at 12:30. Leo Samuel auctioning for Daniel Rees.
Doing the Bentley action, Gary, that we're just loving, and our new office is in Centre Road. Viewers, I ask you to drop in and have a cup of coffee with Leon and my team. 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and we have plenty of car parking, a lock-up garage, and just ready to move straight into that one, Gary.
25 Russell Street in Caulfield South, Phillip. That one's going up also Saturday, 12:30. Take us through it, please.
Well, Gary, we love Russell Street. Just had a very successful result in Russell Street. This is 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and as many as 3 cars can be parked there. Mind you, if you had the little Mercedes smart car, Gary, you could probably get 17.
You might be able to, Phil. That's not a representation.
17 smart cars, we can't guarantee you can get them there.
No, indeed, but that's Jeremy Rosen's is going to be the auction. It's his hood.
Yes, it is.
in that street or the next, and Leon Guzin Fitter. That's just all of our officers working in harmony together as one. I love it how we do that. Philip, we're going to be at the home of Julia and Sasha from the Block. It's Celebrity Day on Saturday. Well, 7 Willow Street in Elstonwick. We're going to be there at 1:30. We're meeting Jeremy Rhodes. I'm going to come and join you there too, Phil. Why not? Come and give the girls a
stunning
pat on the back.
Stunning property. They've done the most incredible job, and they are the most delightful duo.
They are lovely, magnificent
and unfortunately,
people.
Leaving our shores for another country. I know. You know that,
I do know that.
And if it was
Canada,
a secret, we've just let it out of the bag.
Canada.
Yeah, that's right.
Fair enough.
No, actually, the west coast of the United States.
Seattle.
Seattle.
Okay, fair enough.
Now, speaking of Willow Street,
Seattle's not in Canada. Canada, is it, Phil?
No, it's not, Gary. It's actually below Canada.
Okay.
You're not far off. It's just south of Canada.
Okay.
Canada, oh Canada. I love the Canadian national anthem, but we'll talk about that another time. Gary, speaking about...
How's about the Prime Minister there?
Trudeau.
What a spunk is he, isn't he? All the girls love him. You know,
I don't know how effective he is, but certainly he looks a heartthrob.
But he looks so good. And you know, the 60 Minutes reporter got in trouble for saying the New Zealand Prime Minister's pretty, but every girl loves the and men admire the Prime Minister of Canada.
I think Gary, he's a bit ambiguous, so he's loved by both men and women and people of all persuasion.
I don't know if there's ever been a more handsome world leader than that person.
I don't believe so, Gary.
I interrupted you.
You did, Gary. We were talking about Willow Street.
Yes.
And Willow Street is part of the Glen Ira village.
Groove.
And we love that little Ripponlea village,
do.
which is the intersection of Hotham Street and Glen Ira Road.
Yeah.
And I was talking about it a few weeks ago, how I just dropped into Spout for a cup of coffee.
And you were hanging around a ladies' store.
We had lunch at Spout, remember, a couple of weeks ago?
It was
Very
good.
nice. Shout out to Spout.
Yeah.
But I dropped in at this wonderful new store, and you did make fun of me because I dropped in at Camelia's store, and it's a women's store.
There's something not right about that.
Do you know what? I'm in touch with my feminine side.
But when you start dressing like a girl, I get a bit worried about it.
Embarrassing when a client walked in and I was in the middle of trying something on.
Yeah.
But it's the most incredible store, Gary, and we had a bit of a shout out. And the next day I got a phone call from Camellia. There is a Camellia. So I would welcome you to go into that store and have a chat with Camellia and have a look at her wares.
Come on, Camellia.
Anyway, it was just one of those little passing moments. Got to know one of the local traders. Well, lo and behold, about 3 days later, gifts arrived on our desks. One for you, not that you deserved it, one for me, and one for the viewers. And I've got to tell you...
What gift did I get?
Well, I'm going to tell you, Gary.
I don't know where my gift's gone.
Camellia
Gifts just disappeared from
Camellia from Camelia's, together with Mia Fratino Cashmere, have given the viewers... Look at this, Gary. Now, Mr. Cameraman, can you see this? Can you see this? This is the most beautiful box, Camellia. I'm going to open it. Can you still see it, Mr. Cameraman? I'm going to open this beautiful box.
His name's Sean. What's Mr. Cameraman? What do you think you are?
There is a box.
Dave Letterman or Mr. Cameraman.
There is a
Even
box.
he says
there
his
is
names.
A box within inside the box. You can see.
Is this like one of those Russian dolls where it just keeps getting smaller?
No, I'm going to open this box, Gary. I'm going to open it. I'm opening it now.
It's commercial time.
And in here, look, there's the most beautiful wrap thing. Whoops! Dropped something. Just dropped out.
Drop something, sport.
And
what have we got here?
Inside,
it's like a Graham Kennedy commercial.
Inside here, Gary, look at this. The most beautiful cashmere scarf.
That's very nice.
Now, Camellia has given...
And that's the wash for it, Phil.
Gary, Camellia has given me one.
I get to hold that.
Given you one, although I'm not sure you'd ever wear something so beautiful, so I think I'll take yours as well.
I think you did already. I haven't seen it.
This is kindly given to us by Camellia, and we're going to give it away on GPTV. We're going to have a little competition, and the competition will be viewers. You've got to send it in before this weekend. ideas@garypeer.com.au.
It's on your screen now.
It's on your screen. And if you can just predict something as simple as what will be the industry auction clearance rate this week, and you will go into the running to win this lovely scarf.
Nearest to the pin gets it, Phil.
And I hope that my wife is watching and she sends in the correct winning entry so that I can give this to her for her birthday.
Well, you got another one though, didn't you?
What do you mean?
I've got three of those.
So we've got three. One for the viewers, one for me, and one for you.
Well, what about the one that you got? You got to give it to your wife.
No.
She has to win a competition for it. Is that right? No, good husband.
Anyway, shout out to Camellia.
Thank you.
Who watches the show.
Yeah, good. Well, there's a bit of...
Drop into her store, because I think it's seriously, as I said, viewers, before, it's like walking into a store in Soho or the Greenwich Village or even Williamsburg, to use some New York locations.
New Yorkisms.
Just to give this a international flavour.
Very nice commercial there, Philip. Well done, and thank you. And we are looking forward to giving that away next week. It'll be announced. So please go in, get into the get in the mix of putting your thoughts about the... If we don't get it right, we'll do closest to it, won't we? Closest to it. It's got to go. So please make sure you put the clearance rate in. Probably 60-something, I'd be... but it might be higher, you know. Well, they can see it. Well, I know. You think I know the clearance rate is coming up?
You know what? do you have to give clues?
Because
what
that's what it's
you don't
been.
think we've got a highly educated viewer or viewers?
Well, it might be high. You never know, Phil. Okay, let's move on. 27...
And you know what? And maybe we'll throw in a pair of Ross Williams.
Don't start. Ross Wilson and don't start. If you're going to say whatever you're going to say, just don't even say it. Okay, it's going to be stupid, disrespectful to my musical idol. Thank you. Let's move on, Philip, to double auction action on Sunday at 10:30 a.m.
Yes, Gary.
27 Maxwell Grove, Caulfield. Phil,
Gary, I
take
love
us through
this house. This is the most incredible
Great
house.
look.
I was lucky enough to do a video tour there, so click on and watch that video.
You do a
tour.
good job with those tours.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Gary. Although you did make a comment the other day that I need to smile more.
Yeah,
so,
and you did.
Yep, thank you.
If you want to go on and have a look at the one we've just done for Blake Street, 11, I think it is Blake Street, you'll see a smiling Philip Kingston.
There we are.
Which is good.
Smile and the whole world smiles with you.
Exactly right.
Smile and double your income.
Exactly. It doesn't cost nothing to smile, mate.
There we go. But it's the most fantastic house, architect designed by Avi Mulder. Shout out to
Mulder or Milder?
Milder, actually, I think it is. Anyway, whichever way you call him, just call him a brilliant architect because he is.
Okay, Philip, let's move on to 7 at 318 Orong Road. This one is entry from and faces Whitehall Court.
Yes,
this
Gary,
is a fantastic villa.
Well, Gary, that Whitehall Court is the most fantastic location, just down the road from our office, so walking distance to the Armour Village. And this, Gary, is 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, and a lock-up garage, and all solid brick to the best of my knowledge.
Philip, auction number 5 in Elstonwick this weekend is at 68 Allison Street, or Allison Road.
Gary,
I think I would have known this.
Well, Gary, we're on a solid brick roll because I've been through this house a couple of times with Adam Josky and Natalie Goldstein, who are handling that property and doing such a wonderful job.
They sure are.
This is the most incredible property because it's in one of the best streets of Elstonwick, particularly since you moved out of Allison, Gary. It got a whole lot better.
Yeah, it did.
But it is wonderful. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Double off-street car parking via a carport, a great opportunity to get into the market.
The Grand Old Duke of York, Philip, we love that poem, don't we?
He had 10,000 men.
He did.
He marched them up to the top of the hill and then he marched them down again, which would make you wonder, why did he do it? Ideas at garypeer.com.au if you know why the Grand Old Duke of York actually bothered doing that.
We should throw something. We'll give some movie tickets.
Lunch at Spouts.
Because we're confused by it, Phil. 17 York Street goes up at 11:30 a.m. on Sunday.
What a beautiful home. This house is magnificent. And not only is it magnificent, but it's on the most incredible parcel of land, which is 916 square metres of prime Caulfield South land. The most magnificent home, beautifully built, beautifully refurbished, and ready to move straight into. It is a stunning, stunning home.
Double auction action at 12:30, Philip, 46 Bundeera Roads, going off.
Speaking of stunning homes, Gary, I've done a video tour of this property too. This house has been completely renovated by the current owners. There's not a cent to spend. They've done the most incredible job, and there's many things to love there, but the thing I love the most is its incredible alfresco area, one of the best alfresco areas I've ever seen.
Got to love a good alfresco area, Philip. 1 at 670 Inkerman Road. Been a lot of interest in this apartment. Ben Rothschild handles Jeremy Rosen's auctions.
As there should be, Gary, because it's a good entry into the market. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 1 car space, and a dynamic location. You can't beat that area.
Now, 43 Crimea Street's interesting, Philip, because if you go into the statement of information, you have a look at what properties are priced at. SOI, Phil. This one's got a single price. We don't do that often. We usually put a range, but this is solicitors give us instructions. They say single price, and I'm presuming that's probably what the reserve would be. So it's quite straightforward.
Well, we can't guarantee that because the vendor is allowed to change their mind at any point of the
but that's what they've given us as an indication of value and price. And $1.3 million, Philip, and as far as I'm concerned, that's probably what it's going to go for around that.
Crimea Street is a great location. We know that, viewers, because both Gary and I lived in Crimea Street for a number of years. Although we did live independently, we weren't living together.
No, across the road from each other we were. Philip, 1 at 11 Silverley Grove, Caulfield. That one goes off at 1:30.
I've done that video. I've been so busy with video tours, but I love that property. One of the best you'll find, and Silverley Grove is the most incredible spot, Gary.
We finish off with double auction action at 2:30 and 2:45 in Holroyd. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Incredible, Gary, because we've got 2 houses. We've got number 3 and we've got number 5. Number 5 sits on the corner. It is the most incredible home situated on 514 square metres of land. That's a home that's just got the most incredible renovation potential. Next door is a home that you could move straight into, a period home that has been given some modern love over the years, but still has opportunity to further improve. That's also 514 square metres of land, Gary, and you do have the opportunity to buy one or buy them both.
Why wouldn't you, Phil, in a position like that?
Busy GPTV week.
It's a blockbuster edition, Phil, and there's so much happening, and it is Celebrity Week in Elsternwick. Love being here.
Give it away.
Can't get over it. Can't tell you how excited I am. But we've got to come through with the goodies, Phil, because we've got the big auctions on the weekend for Sasha and Julia, and also for Ross Wilson and family, of course.
Viewers, by the way, it doesn't. If you're not a celebrity, we still want to get your whole house sold for the highest possible price.
Of course we do.
It's just that this edition has been a Starstruck Gary Peer edition. Where it's just really.
There's only one Ross Wilson.
You've just melted, really, haven't you?
There's only one Ross Wilson. Ross the boss. It doesn't get better. Phil, that is a big wrap on GPTV for the May edition. A good month, May.
Yes,
Exciting month, busy month, juicy month. Great offerings, great opportunities for buyers and sellers alike. And we look forward to keeping you in touch with all of the news here right on GPTV. I'm Gary Peer.
I'm Philip Kingston. Don't forget to get your entry in to win the Camellia scarf.
See you next week.
Bye.